Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Amazing Spider-Man 3 3/4 inch scale Ultra Poseable Spider-Man. Now this new Amazing Spider-Man toy line is full of ridiculous Spider-Man variant after Spider-Man variant. I guess that's just the way Spider-Man toy lines usually go, so whatever, that's how it works. This particular Ultra Poseable Spider-Man figure was really the only one I was interested in picking up, because he is the movie-accurate costume, and he's really poseable. So let's go ahead and take a look to see if he's worth picking up. Now, the figure comes on the new Amazing Spider-Man blister card packaging. It's very similar to a lot of Hasbro's 3 3/4 inch Marvel stuff, but features an image of the new movie Spider-Man across the top there. And then the back of the box shows off his super poseable feature, along with some of the other figures that are available in this new movie series. Alright, so taking a look at the figure out of the package, he is very nicely sculpted. He looks like a Spider-Man figure. I mean, what can we say? We've had so many different Spider-Man figures out there, and he does a pretty great job of capturing the likeness of Spidey himself. The colors are very bright, so it's a real bright red and a real bright blue. It's very comic book-like. And I'm not sure if that's how bright the colors are actually going to look in the movie, so I'm not sure how entirely movie accurate that is. But one thing I did notice right away is that the eyes on the figure are white, which is more like comic book Spidey, but all the images and everything I've seen of the Amazing Spider-Man movie is that he's kind of got like a gold tint to the eyes, so I'm not sure if that just wasn't translated over to the action figure, but it does seem that might be an inaccuracy here. The costume design is slightly different from the standard comic book style, and I know it's gotten its critiques, but I don't really mind it all too much. Spider-Man's had so many different costumes over the years, and this one does kind of have a Ben Reilly flair to it, and I've always enjoyed the Ben Reilly costumes, so, you know, to each his own. He's got the large black spider on the front that with the legs reach way down there, and then the back's got the same styled spider but in red, so it does still have a very Spider-Man flair to the overall costume. Then there is a texture to the whole suit that you can see sculpted on, which is really cool that they included that. It's kind of got that, I don't know, textured leathery look that these movie costumes always seem to have. And then you can also see the intricate web detailing designed in the red there. One of the things I kind of wish is that they were painted in with black lines. Now, I know that this is common for Spider-Man figures to not have painted webbing, but when you see the picture of the figure with the painted webbing on the package, it kind of shows you how much better the figure could have looked if that's how he actually was. Now, an interesting design choice on the costume are the soles of his shoes. He's wearing silver soles on his feet, and I didn't realize that was part of the new costume design before. So that's a little odd looking to me, but what I really don't like is if you look at the bottom of the feet, there's no peg holes, which means he's not going to fit on any figure stands, which is going to hurt some of that superposability that he has. So let's go ahead and take a look at that posability to see what we got here. Now the figure has over 20 points of articulation, which is quite a lot for these little 3 3/4 inch guys. So the head is able to move both left and right, plus he's got a hinge joint so he can look up and down really well. He's got the ball joint-like shoulders there, allowing for full rotation. He's got a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. He has a swivel at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist, so his hands can go up and down. He's got a torso rocker cut there. He's got ball joints at the thighs, allowing for a good range of motion there. He's got actual thigh swivels, double joints in the knees. He does not have any boot cut or ankle swivel or anything like that, but the ankle does hinge up and down, and it's got a rocker in the ankle. So there is quite a bit of posability options here. You can really get some very Spider-Man-like poses out of the figure, which is always a must for a Spider-Man figure, since he's a very agile, flexible guy. Now, one of the problems, like I said earlier, he can't be put on a figure stand. So some of those really crazy, outlandish poses you can get with him, he's not going to be able to stand because the figure stand's not going to be able to help him keep up. I really wish he would have at least had the peg hole so we could use our own figure stands to get some of these really cool poses out of him. But nonetheless, the articulation is really nice on the figure and should allow for some fun posing and some fun playability for kids. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the brand new, super poseable Amazing Spider-Man figure. he's a pretty decent figure overall. He's definitely the one figure in the line that I would say is worth picking up. I might still pick up Lizard just to at least have the villain and take a look at him, but so far from everything I've seen, this is the only figure that really matters in this line. So he is on store shelves now, so happy hunting, and until next time.